Earlier this morning, the USTA made the official announcement that the U.S. Open is on.
We need three guiding principles that we need to check the boxes on to assure it is the right decision to host the U.S. Open. The first and most important decision, can we play the tournament safely? The second guiding principle we set for ourselves, will this be in the best interest of tennis? And I can say our team looked at a dozen different options. How do we best address these three guiding principles? And I can say, and I'm excited to say, the combination of the Western and Southern Open and the U.S. Open here in New York checked all three of those boxes unequivocally.
In my first official duty as the U.S. Open Tournament Director, it is my greatest pleasure to welcome a special guest to our first virtual U.S. Open press conference.
So this announcement has been on my mind all day, but ultimately I really cannot wait to return to New York and play the U.S. Open 2020. I feel like the USTA is going to do a really good job of ensuring like everything is amazing and everything is perfect and everyone is safe, and it's going to be exciting. It's been over 6 months since a lot of us have played professional tennis, so it is... I'll certainly miss the fans, don't get me wrong, just being out there in that New York crowd and hear everyone cheer. Like, I really miss that and getting me through some of those tough matches, but this is crazy. I'm excited.
All right, so not only is the U.S. Open on, Tracy, but Serena Williams will go for that record-tying 24th major title in New York. What did you think when you saw that?
Very exciting. We needed Serena. You know, the fact that she is an American, a six-time champion, and she's trying for that record. Everybody is going to want to tune in, and hopefully some of the other players will see that Serena is playing, and you know, she will be the leader with that. But I think it's important to have some of those marquee names, and Serena is certainly at the top.
You know, it's a star-driven sport, right? And there are no bigger stars than Serena Williams. So to see her committing to play the U.S. Open is a huge sigh of relief for everybody, a big sign of excitement. The U.S. Open and the major events are perhaps the events that rise above just one individual star, but they need the stars. So for Serena to be there, it's a great thing.
Yeah, and Serena Williams transcends the sport. Let's take a look at some of the new rules and policies for the U.S. Open. There will be no fans at the event at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. A player can bring 3 extra people to stay at the official hotel. A player can also rent a house and bring as many people as they would like. It's a 128-player singles draw, no qualifying, 120 direct entry, 8 wild cards, 32-team doubles draw. The Western and Southern Open will be played the week before the U.S. Open. Once again, no qualifying for the U.S. Open. $60 million in prize pool for both of these events. Another thing they mentioned on the call, that there will be lines people on Arthur Ashe Stadium as well as Louis Armstrong Stadium, but they will use Hawkeye on other courts. So, Paul, when you take a look at this, what stands out to you with these rules?
Well, the biggest thing that stands out really is just flexibility. I mean, look, we are in a new landscape. It's a new horizon for us. We have to try to figure out ways to create possibility. And these are guidelines right now. We're still 9-10 weeks away. So there's a lot of things that can happen. But I think everyone's trying to go into this with an open mind. And it's going to be a different looking U.S. Open. But when you look at the prize money that the USTA has come up with, considering the losses that they're going to take this year, for the players, it's been pretty impressive. But Tracy said it before, it's challenging. Some of the players aren't sure whether or not they should come, and some won't come.
Yeah, I think the flexibility has been amazing to move Cincinnati to the week before the U.S. Open so that you mitigate the risk that the players move to one place and stay there for a while. I think that was so important to make sure that that worked. I think what you brought up, Steve, is quite amazing. On the outside court, so just not those 2 show courts, it's just going to be 1 chair umpire and Hawkeye. So I would assume it's the chair umpire calling the lines and then seeing if the players want to, call Hawkeye. I've been at a few of the events already, and the players are so hesitant to call balls out because, they're used to having lines people. That will be interesting. And there's so much on the line. It's like $50,000 for a first-round check. And the other thing that I've gotten from this is that you're never going to please everyone. I mean, you've got players that are saying it's not fair that there's no qualifying. You have players that are excited because they haven't been working and haven't been playing for 4 or 5 months and need a paycheck. You get everything across the board.
And just to clarify, in terms of ball kids, there'll be 6 ball kids or ball people, in fact, at the U.S. Open this year on Ashe, on Armstrong, just 3 ball persons on those outer courts that are using Hawkeye. And, Paul, one of the concerns with some of the top players, including Novak Djokovic, was that they couldn't bring as many people with them. Coach, physios, families. The fact that a player now can rent a house outside of Manhattan, does that make it more appealing to those big 3 guys?
I would think so. Yeah, look, people want to be as comfortable as they can be. Players are creatures of habit. Now they've got the option to do that. The question is going to be how many people can come on site other than the player. But if you want people in your group with you and you want to rent a house, go for it.